Hi guys, welcome back to Chicago. We are here for 5 days, 6 days this time around. I actually got in yesterday. Unfortunately, yesterday was a complete wash. I had a bunch of things planned, but just the circumstances around, like, should I get into it? Maybe I will. I was in New York Tuesday night, and then my flight to Chicago was Wednesday morning. Very long story short, I left my credit card at the Mulberry the previous Saturday, and they were closed Sunday, Monday. So the only day I could have gone to get it was Tuesday night. So I go to get it Tuesday, and my friend was DJing, and my friend who I'd brought with me as like emotional support for my walk of shame to get my credit card, we were just having so much fun. So I was like, let's just stay. And we stayed until closing, which isn't really a huge deal. Like, I got home at 1:30, was in bed by 2. Honestly, there are some nights where I just don't fall asleep until 2 anyway. But I think because my flight was earlier, it was like 9 a.m., I just kept waking up the whole night. I was like freaking myself out that I would miss my flight. I just didn't sleep well at all. So when I landed in Chicago, I was so tired. I also got my period literally on the plane. Thank God I had a tampon. And I was just so tired. So I literally laid in bed all day yesterday. The only thing I did was I dragged myself out to go get my hair done last night. I haven't gotten any like highlights or anything in a really long time, probably since like April. I was letting like the roots grow in because I do kind of like that look, but it gets to a point where then like when I pull my hair back or anything, I just only see the brown, and that really I don't think is flattering for me. I think the blonde is much better. So I also have like some period related hormonal acne right now, which I am not loving, but it's fine. Otherwise, we're doing great over here. So yeah, yesterday was a waste. At least I got my hair done, but I just like laid in bed, watched YouTube videos, was doing some organizing in my room a little bit, and then like got Jimmy John's for dinner and fell asleep. So today, I just drove to Starbucks, and I specifically went to one that was like 25 minutes away from my house for no reason other than I wanted to drive around and listen to music. It's such a beautiful day, and I wanted to like have a slower start to my morning. Whoever made this iced coffee, oh, no wonder. I was gonna say, I love whoever made this coffee. It's because I asked for a venti iced coffee with oat milk and 2 Splenda, and they gave me a venti iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso thingy. No wonder that was so expensive. Fuck, when I looked at I thought she heard me right. I'm so whatever. It's fine. But this is very good. I haven't had the brown sugar in so long. All right, so it's a little bit later now. I was just kind of doing some organizing in my room and emails and stuff like that. Now I'm going to the doctor. I have to see my general practitioner, OBGYN. I haven't been since before COVID for no particular reason other than like every time I came home, she didn't have availability. And actually this time I'm just seeing a different doctor because I was kind of like, I just need to see somebody. I don't advocate for this. Like, I go see every other doctor I have, my dermatologist, my dentist, like multiple times a year. I'm definitely not someone that's afraid to go to the doctor. It's just like purely scheduling as to why I haven't been. And I think also I was like, oh yeah, I went last year. Oh, I guess I skipped a year. Oh well, it's okay. But then I realized, oh, it's been a couple years. Like, that's not good. So anyway, I just turned 30 a couple months ago. Obviously, I have to go. And somehow we got this appointment. So I'm going. But I have a feeling it's gonna be a very long appointment because I probably need like a pap smear, cervical cancer screening. I maybe need blood work done. I don't know. I'm just gonna say, do whatever you gotta do. Get me all caught up. Also, I legitimately don't know what I weigh. I don't like actively weigh myself. I have a feeling I weigh the most I've ever weighed in my entire life, which I don't love. Although I could be wrong because I'm also the least muscular I've ever been in my entire life, and muscle weighs more than fat. So I feel like that's probably gonna be a much needed reality check. I have been starting to work out a lot more recently, and I feel like my diet and what I eat is the best it's ever been, but I also drink a lot of alcohol. So, you know, we'll check in on some things and see how everything is going, but I have a feeling this will be a long appointment. And then afterwards, I want to pop into Paper Source. And then I'm going to come home, get ready, do my makeup, and then go out to dinner with Jackie this evening. Anyway, I'm cooking in my car. I'm going to go, and I'll let you know how everything ended up when I'm back. And hopefully it'll all be somewhat copacetic. Hi guys. Okay, it's later now, a lot later. My appointment was at 12:40 and it's now 2:15 and I just got back home. But it was so positive, insanely positive. And like, I really want to talk about it because I just feel like I actually might make a separate video in October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, because a lot of what I have to talk about in these appointments is about being high risk for breast cancer. My mom died of breast cancer when I was 3 years old, in case anyone doesn't know that. Some just crazy circumstances happened. Like I said, I had a hard time getting this appointment, and I actually saw a different doctor this time. I feel like the universe wanted me to start seeing her instead, because the conversation conversations that we had during my appointment, I just feel like the universe is aligning for me right now. And I don't want to jinx anything, but one of the things I was telling her about is that I've had a hard time getting appointments at this certain hospital in Chicago where I get my ultrasounds done, which are on my breasts. They're preventative for breast cancer. I've been too young to get a mammogram up until this point. So that's like the preventative treatment that I can do is get an ultrasound. She said, why don't you go to this other hospital, which is where my other doctors are, like in that hospital group. And I told her I had a really bad experience with the surgeon there because there was a time where, sorry if this is all over the place, but I guess in 2017, I went to a geneticist. I got genetic testing done. I don't have the BRCA gene. I don't have the gene that is the genetic mutation for breast cancer, but they kind of go through like other genetic testing with you and like other options that you might have for preventative care because I'm still considered high risk because my mom died when she was so young and we don't have other like genetic factors to really take into account. So we just have to assume I'm high risk. At the time, one of the options that was discussed was having a double mastectomy reconstruction. So I went to see a surgeon. Again, at this time I was maybe 24, 25. I was a lot younger. I just didn't like the vibes of the surgeon. And I was like, this is so serious. And her kind of like laissez-faire attitude about everything really terrified me. So I basically kind of like had my preventative breast cancer care. I started going to a different hospital group. But anyway, my doctor today was like, no, there's a new surgeon now at that same place where my geneticist is. And she goes, I highly recommend him. I have dinner with him every night. And I go, wait, is it your husband? And she's like, yes, it's literally my husband. And I was like, oh, okay. So that actually just makes everything way easier. Again, not saying I'm gonna have to have a double mastectomy, like we're not there yet. At least knowing that he would be a part of my team if anything were to happen. I don't know, it just made me feel really good. And it also means that scheduling appointments will be a lot easier now because everything is gonna be in the same hospital group. So that's great. Then she goes, oh, what do you have planned this weekend? What are you doing? And I told her like, oh yeah, my dad and I were gonna be looking at puppies. And she goes, stop, I'm literally a volunteer at the Animal Care League. And I'm like, are you kidding? Anyway, she's like, my husband and I were on vacation in Puerto Rico and they rescued a dog themselves, got it brought back and had it fostered. And she is like a 1 or 2 year old lab mix. And they're like, you need to go look at her. And she's like, also there's this other dog. Like, she's like, please go to the Animal Care League. Like, she was giving me exact recommendations for dogs. And I was like, wait, I feel like this is kind of a sign. I have to go inside and tell my dad all of this brand new information. But I just feel like the odds that the new doctor I go to see today not only recommended me a new surgeon, and then also I'm due for a pap smear. I said to her, I'm so sorry, but I'm on my period. And she goes, don't worry, I'm gonna do it anyway. And I said, wow, mad respect for you. Well, I got blood drawn, so I did like a whole, like, did do a blood panel or whatever. I also did get a tetanus booster. Yeah, the only other thing that I'm so pleasantly surprised by is I weigh the exact same that I weighed like 2 years ago. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I haven't been weighing myself recently, but I have noticed that my clothes are not fitting the way that I know they should. And I just don't feel good. Like, I don't feel toned. I don't feel like I have muscle definition in my arms anymore or my legs, which is insane because I was a competitive figure skater for the majority of my life. And I always feel like my thigh muscles have been the hardest. Like when I was lifting and doing a lot of like personal training, it was always my thigh muscles that we just like could not get rid of. And I feel like a lot of it has turned to fat as I've just kind of like deprioritized fitness and working out. And granted, I do walk a lot, I know that, but I haven't gone to SoulCycle in like over a year, and I used to go 3 times a week. I drink a lot and I have a very sedentary lifestyle. Otherwise, I'm on my laptop, sitting on my couch, and lo and behold, I'm what I've been for the past like few years. But I guess that's nice to know. Like, I just had a feeling they would tell me I was overweight, and they're like, no, you're totally fine. So that's good. No one was concerned about any of that. My blood pressure's fine, everything else is fine. But still, I think I've been doing a lot better lately with fitness and like cooking for myself and just being healthier overall. And I want to definitely continue on with that going forward. I don't have to go to the cancer center this time around because basically what we determined is because I'm 30 now, I might just be eligible for a mammogram, but also they want me to redo my genetic panel because they discover new genes all the time. And she said, you know, medicine and technology has changed a lot in the last 6 years. That was the last time I got genetic testing done. So she said, I'd rather you just go back. And I liked the geneticist a lot. I liked her. I just didn't like the surgeon I had to see after that because they schedule you for a bunch of appointments like in one day. So that's on the to-do list. And at least that gives me like a sense of direction for what I can do maybe when I come back in October. I have to tell all of this information to my dad, and I stopped into Sweet Green and got myself a salad because I realized after I got the blood drawn that I've barely eaten anything today. I just had half a bagel and my iced coffee. So I'm gonna have this salad, drink my water, maybe have some fruit. I'm gonna relay all this information to my dad, and then I'm basically gonna start getting ready to go out into the western suburbs. I'm gonna see Jackie this evening. So when I get back into the car and I look way better, way cuter, then I will update you on the plans for the rest of the day. I'm about to go meet Jackie in a few minutes. I'm actually like 10-15 minutes early, so I just kind of like pulled over in the parking lot. I have so many emails that I need to answer actually, and like text messages that I need to respond to, just like coordinating plans for tomorrow, and also people in New York that I'm trying to coordinate stuff with for next week. So this is the dress that I'm wearing from where I got my blood drawn. I have to take that off, but I'm wearing this Cult Gaia dress. I wore it for the Memorial Day party. If you watched that vlog, didn't take a single photo. I was so overwhelmed by the party. I really didn't get good photos. So I'm gonna try and wear it again. Jackie is amazing, so she'll definitely get some good pictures. Once again, I'm bringing my little Coach, vintage Coach bag, and I put on this clip from MEJ in case I need it. This is like kind of exactly how I wore my, well, no, I think the last time I wore this dress for the party, I'd like crimped my hair and now it's just like loosely curled. But I also brought a white dress home with me from Abercrombie & Fitch that I was gonna try to wear, but being that I'm on my period, I just don't really feel comfortable wearing it. So I felt like this pink was a lot better. So I'm in Naperville right now, which is very far from where I live. It took me like 45 minutes to get here. I'm like on the highway. The place we're going to is called Cooper's Hawk. I don't know if they have them elsewhere, but it's kind of like a chain in Chicago. Maybe it's not nice to say it's a chain. It's a restaurant and winery type of place that has multiple locations in Chicago. There's a couple that are a lot closer to my house, but this is closer to Jackie's house. She lives in like the far western suburbs, whereas I live like right outside downtown. She's always really, really nice about coming all the way downtown for me every other time that we meet up. So obviously I was more than willing to compromise this time, and it's my turn to come out her way. I don't really know exactly why. Let me reread her text. But she was like, I have 2 free wine tastings and a free bottle at Cooper's Hawk. Do you want to do that? I was like, okay. Like, you don't have to tell me twice. When you say free, I'm there. Yeah, we have a dinner res for 6, but then we're gonna do like the wine tasting from 5:15 to like 5:45, whatever, 5:30. I don't know if we can sit outside, but it's really beautiful out. So, you know, let's have a little wine, sit and chat. We have a lot to catch up on, I'm sure. And then my plan is just to go straight back home. I don't know if I'll do anything else tonight, kind of low key, just like a nice little dinner evening. But yeah, I will try to show you guys my outfit more fully when I'm outside with Jackie. I'm just literally wearing Taki's flip-flops because, you know, I'm sorry, but I'm just not gonna wear heels in the western suburbs. The far western suburbs at that. I don't know these people anything, no offense. I'm actually parked like kind of far away, so I'm gonna move my car a little bit closer. I honestly might sit and watch the rest of Leftovers on my phone, which is the H3 podcast that he does with Hassan. I was watching when I was like doing my makeup and getting ready, and I didn't get to finish, so I might do that. Anyway, that's all. Okay, so it was actually so loud in the restaurant that you couldn't hear the audio from any of these clips, so I'm just gonna pop in now with a little voiceover. This is Jackie. She looks so cute. She's admiring how I changed my phone case to match my outfit, but you guys already know that. She looked so good tonight, guys. I was complimenting her in this clip that like, usually I'm the one that is more dressed up than my friends, but she was the one tonight. She outdressed me, which I think is fine. I am here for it. I am inspired by it. But I love this blue color on her. She was wearing these really cute like vinyl heels. Meanwhile, look at me in flip-flops, like come on. But yeah, the wine tasting overall was so nice. I really liked the server that we had. She was so sweet, and she was very patient when she realized I was vlogging and was like trying to give a lot of extra information. Although unfortunately, like I said, you literally could not hear in these clips, but basically she was just explaining like what types of reds go with what types of food and how they can be stored and prepared in different ways, and that changes the flavor. Honestly, I am not a red wine gal, but if the wine's free, I will drink it. And it was really good. It was a really great experience. This is when Jackie is showing me that she copied my nails. And I said, that is fine. I'm an influencer. I'm here to influence. The food, guys, was so incredible. Like, I could eat this again right now. Oh my God. Even just the simplest thing, like the pasta, the spaghetti was so good. really flavorful. And this was probably the best dessert I've ever had. Hello, good morning. Happy Friday. Today is a gloomy day, unfortunately. It's like really humid and warm, but it's supposed to rain for the next hour or so. Hopefully the sun will come out later. My hair does not look that good, but I will fix it in a little while. Didn't really like recap what happened last night. Jackie and I had the wine tasting at Cooper's Hawk, which was so nice. I didn't realize, so now I can fully explain to you guys a little bit more. I've seen a lot of Cooper's Hawk locations. It's a restaurant and a vineyard. Winery. Why am I saying vineyard? It's a winery and a restaurant. And there's a lot of locations in Chicago because I've seen them like in Arlington Heights, Oak Park, Naperville, whatever. But I didn't realize they apparently have locations in like Arizona and California and DC, I think, Virginia, like a bunch of other places. And there's 16 in Illinois alone. So I didn't realize like how many there are, but apparently they have this like wine club thing that Jackie is a member of. So you pay like $40 a month and you get this little card and you get like 10% off your meal or like takeout meals or something, 2 bottles of wine a month and 2 wine tastings a month. So she's like, I have them. I've already paid for them. We may as well go. And it was nice. I mean, listen, I'm a rosé girl, but I also feel like I've retired from being a wine girl. I used to drink exclusively rosé, and rosé was like the only thing flowing through my veins for like 4 years. In my like mid 20s, I would say, like rosé and tequila. I would like alternate a glass of wine with a shot of tequila. I was insane. Not to sound like an old person, but it really gave me like acid reflux, and like my body really didn't fuck with that after a while. And I feel like I got very bloated from the wine. Honestly, like from COVID on, rosé is like a special occasion thing for me now. It's very once in a while. Red wine makes me want to go to bed or like take a bath or like watch a movie and eat Italian food at home and go to sleep early. So I feel like that's why I'm out so often. I never drink red wine, and white wine just does nothing for me. Like if you're gonna give me like a clear glass of something, I would like it to be tequila. Do you know what I mean? But the tasting was not, like, don't get me wrong, I'll drink anything, honestly. But the tasting was really cute, and we were just chatting and catching up. And then our wine tasting was at 5:15. We were done at 6, and then we sat down to dinner. We didn't leave until 9:30. We were having the best dinner. The food was incredible. The pasta was amazing. I got this really good bruschetta. It was so good. I got a sangria with dinner, but it was honestly, because I was trying to stay on the wine vibe, but it was way too sweet. And I was just like, my body is mad at me right now. Like I don't feel myself. So I ordered a mezcal soda with orange, and immediately I was like, now we're talking. And obviously we sat there for hours talking because we had been drinking, you know, needed to like wind down and decompress. But yeah, we just had so much to catch up on. Lovely conversation. Finally at like 9:30, actually maybe I left at 10. Like we were there for a long time. I just want to make that clear before I got in the car. We had so much fun. I really love spending time with Jackie. I got home at like 10:15 or something, and then I just like watched YouTube videos and went to sleep early. But I feel so exhausted today and really low energy, and I wish I could go walk over the Williamsburg Bridge right now, but I can't, obviously. And I was like, maybe I should have brought my spin shoes and I could have gone to SoulCycle, but I just feel like I need a boost of energy or something. Today the plan is I'm gonna meet Jessica. I think I'm gonna go pick her up, and then we're gonna go to Fed's for lunch, and then afterwards I think we're gonna walk around the West Loop and like maybe do some shopping and just kind of like drink and hang out and stuff. So hopefully like if I do some physical activity, I'll get a little more energy. The past couple days have been very sedentary, and it makes me feel more tired. I went to go get iced coffee this morning. I stopped into Ulta and I just got a few things. This is my go-to like makeup product. It's the Maybelline, this is never gonna focus. It's the Maybelline like under eye thingy, and it's the pink one, the brightener, and it's hard to find. So whenever I can, I pick up a couple of them. So I have 2. I decided to get a random eye mask because I want to put it on right now while I have my coffee. And then I saw the travel size of my favorite sunscreen, and I decided to get it so I can leave it here for when I'm like out and about in Chicago. So that's that. And yeah, I'm going to make myself a little, I'm gonna like cut up an avocado and have like half a bagel or something, just so there's something in my stomach. Have my coffee, watch some YouTube videos. It's like how I like to start my day. Then I'm gonna start getting ready and then go get Jessica. I'll come back to you when I'm looking cuter and not wearing this. Okay guys, so I am pretty much ready now, and I'm just gonna switch over my bag from the one I was using last night to the one I'm gonna use today. And I thought I could show you. We do a little what's in my bag. Oh, here they are. Okay, I was looking for these. I brought these ribbons because I wanted to put this one in my hair. Again, I'm recreating the outfit that I wore to my friend Eli's, like, what was that called? The salsa night that we went to for his birthday. Because I didn't get any photos, and I think I looked so cute, and I'm committed. So I'm gonna put that in my hair. I store the chain inside, and I really prefer carrying it by the chain now because when I carry it by the handle, it started to kind of like flake, if you guys can see that. So I need to find a way to get this sealed somehow by someone. I don't know, because I don't want it to get any worse. But I'm gonna wear it like crossbody, like I did for the salsa night. So the good thing is this bag is like more spacious than it looks, which is nice. But I have my little Prada card case, which is filthy, I know. I'm gonna bring my travel perfume, but I have to put it on first. I don't know if I'm gonna put this clip on or I might put on the other one that looks, it's like an orchid. I don't know where it is. It might be downstairs, but I might clip that one on instead. I kind of just like the look of the clip, like clipped onto the bag, you know? It's a little tricky to show with one hand, but there's a zippered compartment right there. That's where I'm putting my cash. I always bring cash to tip bartenders because they deserve it. And then obviously the card case will go in there. I think I'm gonna bring the Versace sunglasses today. I don't need that. This is the phone case that I wanna bring. And then I also wanna bring my disposable, and I'm also bringing the camera that I'm holding. Maybe that's overkill, I don't know. At least I'll leave this in the car and then Jessica and I can decide if we're gonna use it. Let me put my ribbon on and do my lip, and then I'll check in with you guys when we're in the car. Okay, I'm ready now. I think I might be running slightly behind. If this looks like deja vu, that's because it is. I'm literally wearing the exact same thing I wore to Eli's salsa dancing birthday moment. I'm gonna put liquid IV in this water before I go. At first I was running super early and now I think I might be running a little late, but hopefully it'll be fine. At least now the sun is out and it looks so beautiful outside, so I'm really excited. It took me longer because I was doing my hair and I was like, something is not right. Like this doesn't look the way I want it to look. And I pulled up the vlog that I was editing of the night we went to the salsa thing. And I was like, oh, my bangs were up because today I'd left them down. And I just feel like with this makeup and with my hair with like the ribbon, I think it looks better when it's all pulled back instead of like having the pieces. Maybe if I didn't have a ribbon, I would have left the pieces down, but basically when I left the pieces, you couldn't even like see the ribbon. So I feel like my skin is clearing up, which is partially because I think it's the last day of my period. My period literally lasts like 3.5, 4 days. Like it doesn't last long at all. So it could be that, or it could also be the air in my house is better than it is in my apartment. Or maybe the air in Chicago is better. I don't know. But anyway, let me see if you can, where should I put you so you can see me? I'll have Jessica obviously take photos and stuff. And this is the third time I'm wearing this dress with this bag trying to get a photo. Third time's the charm. And I'm wearing my Adidas Sambas, but I might bring my Zara heels in the trunk just in case we decide that that is more appropriate. Anyway, let's go because I don't want to keep Jessica waiting.
So what do you do? Have you heard of finance?
guys, good morning. Today is Sunday. I don't think I talked to the vlog at all yesterday. I really didn't do anything. My dad and I just went to have like an early dinner at O'Brien's down by the Riverwalk, and we just kind of like walked around a little bit, and then we went to Jenny's in the West Loop to get ice cream, and then we came home. I mean, I slept in a lot yesterday and then pretty much just watched YouTube videos and like made a plan more so of like what we were gonna do the next couple of days. So I was really just relaxing yesterday, and we only like ventured out a little bit in the evening. Anyway, today we have a lot going on. I'm going right now to Starbucks to get coffee, and then I'm gonna jump on the highway and go to Oak Brook, which is the like really nice, I mean, I think it's pretty nice outdoor mall that's in Chicago. I have a pimple there that is very painful. Sorry. It like kind of hurts to talk. I need to exchange at Lululemon, and then my dad wants me to get new soap for the house. I need to go to the Container Store and get a couple more baskets for my room, and then I'm gonna come back home and maybe like organize for a little bit, and then we're gonna go to the Anti-Cruelty Society to look at their dog selection. And then we'll probably go to dinner after that, or lunch or something. I don't even know what time it's gonna be at that point. And then that's kind of it for today. And then tomorrow I have a bunch of errands. Dentist, get my nails done, get a pedicure, maybe something else. I don't know. But anyway, I'm very tired. I just have a liquid death right now. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock, and I'm pretty sure Container Store opens at 11 on Sunday. Let's go get coffee, because I like need a little something. So I've come to the Container Store, and I got here 20 minutes early. I was not expecting traffic to be so much of a breeze, but it was. So I've literally been sitting in the parking lot of the Container Store watching Zoe and Alfie vlogs while I'm waiting for the Container Store to open.
I'm disappointed that we're not.
Anyway, I'm gonna finish up this vlog, and I'm gonna go inside and then get my stuff. Okay, I just wanted to pull over for a second. I look not so great, but it's really hot and I need to change. I'm wearing this like satin dress from Oak and Fort. It's not pure silk, it's like a satin poly, some type of blend. And it's just too thick, it's too hot. I have to change. As you saw, popped around Oak Brook a little bit, and I got my dad some soap from Williams-Sonoma for the house. And then I went into Sephora. I've been looking for this everywhere. The blush that I use is the, what's it called? Charlotte Tilbury blush, like the one that is in a squeezy tube and you go like this. Okay, and I love it, but it's very messy. The applicator like gets really messy. You lose product literally because it like gushes out too fast. Jordan Sloan, who I love, always posts about the Rare Beauty blush, and I know I'm behind on this. I just don't like to try new makeup products like unless I need to. I like to stick with what I know works for me. I know how difficult it is to find these blushes, so I always said to myself, if I ever go into Sephora and I see that they have the shade Happy, which I'm pretty sure if you're super pale and blonde like me, that's I think the only one that really even would look good. If they had it, I would buy it, and they did. And I've checked at like 10 Sephoras over the past month or so, and finally I found it. So I picked this up, just gonna see if I like this. I know the application is probably cleaner because it has that little doe foot applicator and you just go like this. So we'll try this and see if it's, I hope the color is nice, and maybe I'll start using this instead of the Charlotte Tilbury. I love the payoff, and I love how beautiful it is, and I feel like it looks really nice on my skin. It's just very messy. And if you're gonna repurchase it, I don't know if maybe they've changed the packaging since the last time I bought it, but it's just kind of not. I also picked up a Laneige lip mask to leave at my dad's house. I got it in vanilla. I used the like classic berry one at my apartment, but I decided to get this one to leave in my room here. And then I also got, I've been looking for this reason, for the car. I love these hand sanitizers from Touchland. This is Blue Sandalwood. I actually wanted to show you guys. I meant to do this last time, but I totally forgot. In the center console, recognize this? I have one of these small mini pouches from Stony Clover. This is in like a limited edition color called Mykonos, and I literally got it for this purpose, to leave in the car with all of my essentials, my car essentials. Here, I'll show you what's inside. I wanted to get one of these hand sanitizers to put inside. Oh my gosh, that smells heavenly. So this we're gonna stick right in here, and then I have a pack of gum, whatever. Then I keep the mini little cord for my iPhone. My dad doesn't have an iPhone, so if I'm not actively driving the car, if I'm in New York for months at a time, it's just better to leave because he uses a different cord for his phone, or Bluetooth or something like that. I have this hand cream from L'Occitane in here. I don't really use hand cream that much, but my dad does. He gets very dry hands, so this is in here for him. And then this is my favorite little tool. I will show you guys in a second how this works. It was a recommendation, I think, from Lauren Elizabeth, but I'm obsessed with it. This also goes in here, and that's pretty much that. And I just keep this like right in the center console, and I think it's so perfect. If there's any other car essentials you guys think I need, let me know. Okay, so I had to record a voiceover here because my finger was covering the microphone on my camera because I'm a professional. Anyway, you spritz, spritz, spritz. You use the side of the container to wipe because it's made of microfiber, and then it's clean. Look at that, cute. Anyway, oh my gosh, my hair. Also my face, there's just a lot. My hair, my face, there's a lot going on. All right, it's almost 1 o'clock. I actually also just stopped at Jimmy John's. I'm gonna go home, unpack all of my stuff from the mall. I needed this Diet Coke. I'm gonna unpack and like organize some of the stuff I got from the Container Store. I ended up getting 2 more of the baskets, but the like larger size to go on the second shelf of my like credenza thingy that's underneath my window. Once the room is like more done, I'll show it to you, but it looks so bad right now. It's actually embarrassing. But then I also got these light pink photo boxes just to organize the photos for now. I haven't found any photo albums that I'm obsessed with that I really like that have tons and tons of sheets for a bajillion photos. And that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. My aunt gave me a ton of photos from when she cleaned out and sold my grandmother's condo. My grandma that passed like a couple of years ago now, but we finally sold her condo, and my aunt was like cleaning out all the photos and stuff, and she dropped them off with my dad not too long ago, and there's a lot. There's like 200 photos. So I at least got these photo boxes just so I can store them in my room in an organized way and throw out all of the like little envelopes from Walgreens and stuff like that, and they could just at least be nice in my room. And then I also just got a couple more of those little organizer thingies from the Home Edit that I really, really like. I have a ton of them in my apartment in New York. I prefer them for organizing like hair ties and scrunchies and just little things that might be on your nightstand or whatever. So I'm just gonna do some organizing, have a little lunch, and then my dad and I are gonna head to the Anti-Cruelty Society, which is where we got my dog Kaylee. We got her when I was 13. I'm 30 now, so I haven't been there since. But it's in the River North area of Chicago. So we're gonna go look and see if there's any canine friends there that my dad connects with. If he does, great, then we're gonna get the dog. But if not, that's okay. I'm trying not to put pressure on the situation because ultimately it is my dad's dog now, and it's whatever he feels. We'll see. If it doesn't work out for him this time, then we're gonna keep trying. I'm gonna come home again in October. We'll try again, and then I'll be home again for Thanksgiving and Christmas. We'll just keep on trying until we find a dog that's the right fit. So we'll see. I have no idea. My life might change in a couple of hours. I might have a new dog. But like part of me just feels like, feels kind of unlikely. I gotta get going, go back home, and I'll check in with you guys when we get to the shelter. Hi guys, good morning. Happy Monday. Today's my last full day in Chicago for a while, and I'm trying to get a ton of errands done today. I have to drop off the Amazon package to Whole Foods for my dad to return. I think I'm gonna go back to the Container Store right now because I realized I wanted to get another one of those. It's like a media bin that goes underneath your bed where you can keep like old DVDs and CDs and stuff like that. And being that this is the home that I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, that's a lot of what's in our house, and it's like creating clutter. I have 2, and I meant to get a 3rd one yesterday, and I just completely forgot about it. So I think I'm gonna get that, and I also might get a couple of the letter-sized boxes. I realized those would actually also be perfect for a lot of stuff because I have just so many things from my grandmother's condo that were like drawings I've made her and like things that, I don't know, special things she wanted to save. In one of the boxes, I literally saw my mom's like commencement, like when she graduated with her PhD or something. There's like a, you know what I mean? Just things I'm like, I guess I should save this. I don't really have time to go go through it right now, but I should put it in a nice box. Also, this pimple looks like a cold sore, and it's not. It is definitely a pimple. I can't get rid of it. I've been trying, trust me. I have like an hour and a half until my dentist appointment. I think I'm just gonna grab an iced coffee, hit the road, go to the Container Store, grab the few things that I need, throw them in the trunk, go to the dentist, then go to Whole Foods to make the return, pick up a couple of things that I need. I need to get my nails done, and I need a pedicure. I didn't make an appointment, which maybe I should. Oh, I should get a Liquid Death. Hold on. We have a refrigerator in my garage where I keep all my Liquid Death. Oh my God, you guys. The refrigerator is too cold. They're bricks of ice and they busted open the can. No water for me. Never mind. I can't decide what I want done to my nails, so I know what's gonna end up happening. I'm just gonna sit there and be like, okay, I'll just do the exact same thing again. I'm so sorry. I feel like I used to be so cool and like always get neon pink and bright blue and like really cool hot pink French tips and French and rhinestones. Like, I don't know. I feel like since I turned 30, I'm just so boring and all I get is the same nails over and over and over again. But I also think I'm like dressing a little funkier maybe. Do you think that's why? And I just want my nails to always match? I don't know if that's it. Anyway, today we're just wearing a Realization purple tank top. I love their tank tops, by the way, and I am gonna do an updated Realization video really soon because unfortunately I have like 16 more things. That's coming. Look forward to that. But yeah, I'm just wearing like denim shorts and Abercrombie flip-flops. So I'm gonna get my coffee and then we'll see what we have time for. Hello, I'm sitting in my car in the rain and it's quite cozy, editing Instagram photos. So I went into the Container Store, pretty successful. I got another media bin for DVDs and CDs and such. And then I also got the letter size, they're called Stockholm, the Stockholm bins. I got the letter size of it for like important documents. They only had one of them, so I just got one. And I guess I'll see like where it fits. And then next time I'm home, I can get as many more as I might need. And I just popped into Urban briefly because it's literally right there. See if they had anything that I might want for my room, but nothing. So luckily I made it back to the car right before it started raining. It's literally like here. Literally pouring. It's chucking it down. No, it's kind of nice though. That's that. Ow, this hurts. And I just called also to make a nail appointment for 2 o'clock. So get my teeth cleaned, go to Whole Foods and make this Amazon return and maybe get a little snacky. And I might actually run home and grab my AirPods or my headphones because honestly, the only way I can make it through a nail appointment is if I can like watch a podcast or something or watch YouTube videos at the same time. I just really cannot stand to be there and do nothing. And I just realized I don't have my headphones. So that's the plan, but I just don't know what to do with my nails. And I'm like thinking about the outfits I'm gonna wear in the next couple of weeks. And I just can't decide anything. Like neon pink is gonna F up my vibe. So I feel like I'm just gonna end up doing this donut shit again. This Hailey Bieber bullshit again. I might do more pink. Cause the last couple times I've done 1 coat of bubble bath with the chrome. This time I might do like 2 coats of bubble bath. So it actually looks like pinky chrome. Like light pink glaze. I don't know. And I'm gonna do my pedicure again. All right, well, I'm gonna start heading back to closer to my house so I can go to the dentist. But I do like this very cozy rain. I kind of wish that I didn't have a ton of errands to run and I could just stay home and watch YouTube and like clean my room. That is my dream right now. My goal for today is to be home by like 4 or 5, the latest. And then I can just like have a very cozy evening in. And then I'm leaving tomorrow. I thought I was leaving in the morning, but I'm leaving at like 1 p.m. So I've been listening to Wild Nothing the past few days. Not that you care, not that you ask, but Wild Nothing is probably my favorite artist of all time, which I think is so funny because people are like, oh my God, Harry Styles. Like, yes, but no. Like, Wild Nothing is my everything. I've never wanted a tattoo in my life. I never think I would get one, but there is a very specific circumstance in which I would get a Wild Nothing tattoo, God forbid. He's my favorite artist of all time. His album Gemini is my favorite album. He just announced the other day that he is coming out with new music finally, so it's kind of got me in the mood to like listen to his old stuff again. So if you guys ever are looking for new music, check out Wild Nothing. Specifically Gemini is my favorite album, but I do also think Nocturne may be one of my favorite songs, but Board Games off of his first album Gemini, I think Board Games is my favorite song of all time. Like if I'm in the right mood, I will just like start sobbing. I love that song so much, like sobbing of happiness sort of. Nocturne off of his album Nocturne is maybe one of my all-time favorite songs like of my entire life. Chinatown is the song that I think everyone most, if you know Wild Nothing, that's the song you probably know. I don't know, I love every album and I couldn't recommend more. And that's what I'm gonna listen to. cozy little drive. All right, y'all, it is much later. I actually just left the nail salon. I'm so sorry. I just did the same. I did the same. But I got actually a new color on my toes. I'll show you in a second. I've been looking for like the perfect bright light pink because usually I just do white. And I tried one last time. I forgot what it was called. Maybe I said it in a vlog. It was when I was in New York a while ago. This time they put on one called Ballet Pink and I really, really like it. I think it's a daisy color. I finished watching Fear and podcast while I was getting my toes done, and I finished a Zoe and Alfie vlog while I was getting my nails done. That was nice. But I realized while I was sitting in the chair thinking my thoughts that I didn't really recap anything that happened yesterday. I'm just gonna put a liquid IV in this water while I'm telling the story. But I kind of knew this because I looked ahead of time online, but they really only had pit bull mixes. And I just want to make it very clear, I love pit bulls. I think they're so beautiful. I think they're so sweet, so misunderstood. But realistically speaking, I don't think it's smart for my dad to have a big dog. And that's how my dad feels as well. My dad is 72. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's still a very able-bodied guy. And he, you know, goes on walks and like exercises and he, you know, volunteers and he's like super active. Like having a 70-pound dog that could potentially like yank you down the street, I just don't. And I also think as my dad gets older, like we're thinking long-term, that type of dog would need a lot of walks. And it's just like, would that be realistic? I wouldn't be around to help as much, you know, as I was with my previous dog, because with my previous dog Kaylee, like I lived here for a lot of her life. I took her to school. I took her on walks before and after school. I fed her. Like, I just want to make it clear that if the circumstances were a little bit different, the fact that these dogs are pit bulls would not mean anything. But literally every single dog at Anti-Cruelty yesterday was some pit bull mix, was minimum. There wasn't a single dog that was like 20 pounds, 30 pounds, which I think is kind of the weight and size that my dad feels comfortable handling by himself. And then also, like, I think I've said this before too, we have a big yard right now. We have a big house now, but our like 5-year plan is to move more into the downtown area, and maybe we wouldn't have a yard, and that would be like a big disservice to a big dog. So it was just a shame that, you know, I think all of those dogs were just so beautiful. There was one dog that looked to be some sort of like either Shiba Inu, Husky, Akita, kind of, you know, unknown mix of that sort, but she was 8 years old and required like special medical attention. It's just a lot for one person. I respect that my dad knows what his limitations are, and he just, you know, wants to give whatever dog he brings home like the best possible life. That was the story. It was pretty sad. I will say also, Anti-Cruelty Society might be like underfunded. We're patrons of the Anti-Cruelty Society. We're also patrons of Paws, but Paws just seems like they probably have more independent funding because the facilities are like nicer, cleaner, and the dogs are like more separated. They each have their own little room at Paws, whereas Anti-Cruelty, they're like kind of, it's more like kennel style, and they can all bark at each other and rile each other up. It makes me sad. But yeah, by the time we were done there yesterday afternoon, Paws was closing in like 15 minutes, so we didn't have time to like drive there. And the Animal Care League is closed Sunday and Monday. Or they're not, you can't adopt Sunday and Monday. You can only adopt on like I don't know. But anyway, this time around, no dog. Obviously, I'd rather make like an informed, careful decision than just get any dog for the sake of being like, I did it. I kind of told my dad, I was like, listen, I may not be home again until October, so just like stay on it. We're on like contact lists for all of those facilities. And I said, if the right dog comes along, just go get it. And if I'm not there, that's fine. So that's the story of what happened yesterday. And then afterwards, my dad and I went to Parlor for some pizza. I had a prickly pear margarita that made me very happy. I love prickly pear. Prickly pear margarita are unmatched. And then I just came home. Okay, I almost forgot to show you. This is ridiculous. This is so goofy, but yeah, this is the color that I got, Ballet Pink. Hi guys, good morning, happy Tuesday. This is the end of the vlog, but I just thought I would actually end the vlog because I have not been doing that lately. I realized I was looking back at some of the past videos I've done and edited, and I'm like, there's no outro. I'm headed back to New York today. As luck would have it, this is just how my life goes. I am basically landing in New York around like 3 o'clock. I'm gonna rest for a while and then get ready to go out to a private event to the Mulberry tonight, right back where I just, literally a week ago today, I was at the Mulberry getting my credit card before my flight. And now I'm getting on my flight and going back to the Mulberry. That's what's going on over here. I'm pretty much packed. I'm just gonna finish up my iced coffee and get ready to go. Hopefully you enjoyed this vlog. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, kisses.